Hey everybody, I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment, and usually I do not like people to drive and do videos, but my husband was in my car. You gotta sit in here and adjust all your lights and do everything. But the fact that I have my phone propped up, I feel better versus holding my phone physically and trying to drive, and that's, yeah. Anyways, so I know I haven't been on here in a while. I just been sleepy. It's cold out here. I just ain't had no energy to do it. I mean, I can't even lie and say I was busy, because I wasn't. I've just been sleepy. So I decided to come on here and let everybody know that I'm headed to the doctor to get the second portion of my protocol, because my doctor, she like to give it to you step by step. I hope y'all can hear me when I turn my head. My doctor likes to give it to you step by step versus, I know some people kind of go home with a full calendar, and then just come in for their checkups and all that stuff, but she'll give you a portion of the protocol up until your next checkup, and then she'll give you the rest. That's how they work, which I guess is good, because then you're not like worried about all this information and just staring at a calendar, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I've been on my Lupron. I took my last birth control pill on Saturday. Yippee for that. I'm just ready to get off these shots. I have been having a headache, a pounding headache. It's terrible, and back aches since I've been on Lupron, and my attitude has been a little shifty, according to my husband. I told him last time I was, a little crazy. And he's like, I don't remember that. I said, yeah. So it was a long time ago. Kennedy is 1 now, but trust me, I flashed on you a couple times. It's not, I don't think it's as bad as far as my attitude, but hey, I don't know. I'm not on the receiving end of it, so I really can't call that. I'm making this turn. But what I can say is I do notice a different level of frustration. Like, I get frustrated faster than I used to. I feel like this time is worse. I think this is why he doesn't remember, because I think this time is worse than it was last time. And I don't know if it's because once you have a baby, your hormones change. So then you're pumping different hormones in your body. So now, everything's just off, nothing's balanced, and I feel like that may be the reason why it's worse this time, because I remember last time I was on Lupron, I didn't have all these back pains and headaches and stuff like that. So I don't know, I think I had maybe the lower back pain and that was it, but I know for a fact that I didn't have the migraine headaches. They are bad this time, y'all. They are bad. I had to take 800 milligrams Motrin just for it to go away. But I've been off the birth control since Saturday, and he told me yesterday that my mood has seemed to have gotten better. So I'm thinking that my attitude was probably those birth control pills mixed in with the Lupron. So he just said, you've been much better the last couple days. So I said, okay. He told me that this morning, and last night. So, are those cigarettes? Okay, so you know how people are standing on the side of the roads now with like signs? They flip the signs telling you to come in their store, and they're wearing all these costumes and stuff. They have a sign, a little sign guy that's dressed in a cigarette costume. Like, that's crazy. I've never seen that. What else? Guys, I gotta tell y'all about my insurance, but all I can really tell you guys about that is make sure you just check your insurance, because we thought we were covered with the IVF being covered the last time, and apparently they cover infertility. They cover IVF, but they don't cover frozen embryo transfers. So we had to pay we didn't have to pay out of pocket for the progesterone pills and the estrogen patches, but we had to pay out of pocket for the Lupron, because the Lupron is not covered. It's an infertility medication, and for some reason it's not covered with frozen embryo transfers, but it is covered for infertility treatment. I said, what in the heck are you talking about? So last time we had the IVF, the doctor ordered all the medication at the beginning, like everything. They didn't break anything up, because we waited for about another month or two before we had our frozen embryo transfer, the very first one that failed, after I had my egg retrieval. So, but they ordered all the medication at the beginning of our stages once we got done with consultation and all that stuff. So the insurance company looked at it as an infertility issue that was being treated, because we had to get diagnosed and all that stuff. But they do not cover any portion of the frozen embryo transfer. I mean, they don't cover the, what do you call it? They don't cover the actual procedure. They don't cover the, what do they call it? I can't remember the medical term, but they don't cover the unthawing portion of the embryos or the actual transfer. And they don't cover the medication, because I guess it's not something that's being done to me physically, and that's something that's been done outside of the body. But it was still confusing, because I'm like, why aren't you paying for the actual transfer portion? Because that is something that's happening to me. I don't know. It's very strange. Whatever. But I think out of pocket we paid total maybe $3,000 to $4,000, $3,000 for the frozen embryo transfer, and we had to pay another $1,000 for a storage fee for our 5 embryos. Like, this is really adding up. But anywho, then come to find out, guys, give me 1 second. Yeah, I concentrate, get on the highway. So then come to find out, our insurance, when we pay, I asked them to give me a total breakdown of everything that we paid for IVF, and since the beginning. And this part to get y'all. So, like, you know, you have your monthly bill for your insurance, your monthly premium, whatever you want to call it, whether it's $100 a month, $200 or $300, whatever, however much you pay. Then you have your co-pays, all that good stuff, blah blah blah, right? The insurance is supposed to pay, I know for me, 80%. We pay 20% of our procedures and all that good stuff, right? Long story short, they gave me a breakdown of everything that we paid for with IVF, and the total procedure was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, before medication, maybe $8,000 or something, a little over $8,000. So the insurance company they were charged $8,600 and something dollars. The insurance company got a discount and only paid $800, $800 and some odd dollars. Did I say that right? Yeah, I said that right. So we ended up paying out of our pocket at least, I can't remember all my numbers right now because I'm totally drawing a blank. But if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning of our IVF cycle, we paid at least $5,000-$6,000 or something like that. I think it was closer to $6,000. But anyway, I'm just totally baffled at the fact that I paid all of this money toward my insurance, all of these premium costs, and all of this stuff for the insurance company to end up paying less than what I pay for my procedure when I'm only supposed to be paying 20% of the total bill, and they ended up getting a discount. Why I didn't get a discount? What was the purpose of them getting a discount? And when I asked them that, I said, how did the insurance company get a discount and I didn't get a discount? And where's this discount coming from? And the rep was just like, I'm not sure. We can't see that information. It just says insurance company discounted, and it shows their total bill of what they paid. What's the purpose of insurance, guys? If we're out here paying all this money and insurance companies are out here getting discounts, and they know they can do this because the average person does not ask for an itemized bill, and they do not go and call the insurance company to make sure the insurance company is paying their portion, because to them, they're only paying whatever their percentage copay is. So I don't want to send my blood pressure up before I go up into this doctor's office. So I'm just going to, call it a loss. Ain't really nothing I can do about it now. What am I going to do? Go sue the insurance company? I don't have money like that for a good lawyer, and yeah. So all I gotta say, y'all, is check your insurance. So my next step is to call back and check my hospital bills for when I gave birth to Kennedy, because I just refuse to pay when the insurance company isn't even paying their portion. Like, I refuse to pay more than my insurance company. That has to be fixed. Like, it has to be a way, and I'm gonna find a way, because that's ridiculous. What am I paying insurance for? Why is my money going to a company and I'm still having to pay more than what they're paying, and they're still getting money on top of what I'm paying every month? Like, it's just so ridiculous. I can breathe now. I think I should have had some Starbucks this morning. Okay, I'm turning into the doctor's office. I'll call you guys back later.